Jerome, put on that Bobby Womack.
Nah, girl, I want to go way back. Oh, yeah, check this out.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was just a little nigga, bro. I looked up to my bigger bro, begged if I could kick it. So when he went out with girls, I could go tagging along, nagging. If she had a sis, maybe could knock a baby hood rat. Y'all remember way back then when it was 1985, all the way live. I think I was about 10. One of those happy little niggas singing the blues that be always trying to bag with the shag and karate shit. Saying, yo, mama black, his mama this, his mama that. Then he get mad and wanna scrap. We stay mad about 10 minutes, then it's like back on the bike to play hide and go get it with the younger hoes by the bungalows. Then switch to playing ding dong ditch when that gets old and too cold to hack it. Threw on a bomber jacket. You could tell the ballers cause they fell wearing gazelles. If they really had money raised, we sport knee case. And all the girls had they Turkish link. If it broke, then they made earrings to it, like they meant to do it. But sometimes I still sit and reminisce then. Think about the years I was raised back in the day.
I was not supposed to leave the song on that long, but I also was in the zone. I was vibing. Like I love that song. This is welcome everyone, welcome all, and welcome everyone, welcome all, and welcome everyone, and all. There you go. I want to thank everyone for who watches this show, and right now I am getting tuned up because I'm a little out of it on this foggy North Carolina day. But my name is ERok, and thank you. ERok. Malibu's most wanted over here. No, so I just I'm very happy to be coming to you live from the studio. And
in downtown New York.
That's right.
It's Saturday Night Live.
Live from New York. It's Saturday night. I want to thank everyone for all your patronage, and it makes us very proud and very, very grateful to have people that actually watch our dumbasses smart but act dumb on these matters. But let's go ahead and say, and as I always forget, because I'm old, I get it. Twitter handle, send the comments or whatever it's in the thing. Milk the cow. Milk the cow.
Milk the cow. Gotta milk it.
Milk that cow. It's been a while since I milked the cow. Let me milk that cow. Come on. All right. So milk the space cow. Okay. So you're not a cow. Don't worry. That wasn't a diss. I apologize. So, but this is not the main event. The main event is the absolute best. But don't try to test because it's always an A, and it's always never lame. It's always going to be an absolute blast, because when you get a rocket, you got to blast because it's going out into stars, and when it stars, it's going to spar like a boxer because that thing going to blow up into your face because it's space.
What up?
That was good. I actually like that.
That was good. I like that. That was good.
I kept it going, stringing it. You know.
Hey man, it's all right, you know?
Yeah, man. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, man. All right. What's up? We're not doing gummies here. We're talking real stuff. What's up? What's up, Space? How you doing, brother? I missed you.
I'm doing good, man. Trying to find motivation to get through the rest of this school semester, man.
Man,
it's tough times, dude.
School's for fools, bro. What are you talking about?
I know, homie, but like I don't know what else to do.
You can be like me and just float through school, I suppose.
I thought we were gonna say just Honestly just said you could just fuck off. I thought that's what you were gonna say.
Oh, well, you could fuck off too. I mean, a lot of people, hey, dude, a diploma these days, man, don't mean what it used to. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, I don't blame you, but I'm not. I mean, technically, I'm in grad school.
I got my degree. Don't get it sweated, but I just floated.
Now, you're talking about your AA or your bachelor, your BS?
I didn't go to AA. No, I'm kidding. No, it's like my B. Actually, I got both. As a matter of fact, I got both. I went to community. I went to college. Went back because I was struggling at the first. After I transferred to public college, because go figure. There's a lot of people in the class, and then I went to community college. It was awesome. It's actually probably my favorite place I went to for college, and transferred back and dual coursed and got the fuck out of there as fast as I could. And then I pursued any career I could on any stage. So,
very nice.
College is not necessarily for everyone, but it is a great experience. And if I didn't want to be a doctor. If I was, I'd regrow my hair, So
I feel that.
Or a magician. Maybe I could be like in college to be a magician or a wizard,
You're a wizard, Eric.
Oh, yeah, you're a wizard, Harry. You're a wizard, Harry. No, it's like, what? College is great, not for everyone. So if you don't go to college and succeed, don't be discouraged. There are other avenues. That's what I'm here to tell you. Don't ever get discouraged. Follow what you want to do. Follow your dreams. I'm actually right now, never thought I'd be able to write for sports. And I pursued it, and I pursued it heavily. And once I got the chance, I did not want to disappoint. Do not want to disappoint. And I'm going to hit this sucker hard as a Mike Tyson knockout, baby. Let's do it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say as hard as Mike Tyson bit Evander Holyfield's ear off,
No, that's the later touch. That's like
why did that have the feeling of like you were going to end it with, Randy, you're the real MVP. Thanks for the opportunity.
Because that's how I usually am. I actually decided to go on the more like chill route, like on the more like motivational route. I don't know why I did that. But I decided to go on the more motivational route. But not the night biting one. But either way, people, that's an important message. I'm glad we did that.
Mm-hmm.
Please do not get discouraged from one person to another. If it's not working out for you in something else, like college is not, or university is not easy. People, I think it's like you can blow through it. If it doesn't happen, go find your passion. Do it. I promise you. All right. And you know what? Just make it work. You'll do it, man. Just keep an optimistic attitude, optimistic attitude. Okay. So on that note, let's go back. We got, as we do, got totally off track there. We got Space over here with his fluorescent lighting.
My mood lighting.
He's in the library. Oh, damn college kid. Oh, he thinks he's so smart.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit, Just have to a little bit smart,
Thinks he's smart. You think a little smartish, a little. All right, so he's okay. He's okay. He's actually a smart guy. He keeps me in check.
I appreciate that.
He started actually shit talking me recently.
I finally figured out, my intellect finally cracked the ERok code.
It's not his intellect. He just got tired. Got tired of it.
Yeah.
So he called me today, or he texted me today, and the first thing he said was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do this podcast this time." The first thing I see is one word, bitch. I cracked up. I was like,
yeah. I hope you read that in the Eric Cartman voice. That bitch.
No, I heard it more in a Jesse Pinkman way.
I know exactly which scene you're talking about.
I know. Yeah. So I was like,
I have to say, Breaking Bad is up there with like one of the greatest shows of all time. I think just
it's good. Oh yeah.
Even though season 1 was really slow, I think overall it's just really good.
It's just as addictive as meth, basically. So it's it's true. It's like we watched the whole season. No, but once I saw him send that text, I was like, I've broken him. He's one of me now. He's one of us. He's gonna talk shit to me every time we talk now. which has actually happened this entire day.
That's true. That is true.
I called him like, what did I call? I called you asshat, and you called me something else. You called me several things. I could look it up. We called
All
each
in
other.
good fun.
Yeah. I was gonna say fuck face, but I was like, all right, either. I have a lifetime, have life experience on cussing mixtures. We can have we can have an episode separate of this show, so we're not like associated with the onside take, where we can just go back and forth and who has the worst. We're not gonna do that.
We're not gonna. No.
Because we love people. We love to entertain families. All right, something like that. All right, so we're having a good time. You know what? This made my day so much better. Okay, so we've introduced ourselves. We are the fuck faces that you see before you. Okay, so I won't use that.
Why you gotta say it that way?
I won't use that term again. I just thought it was funny. Okay, so you know our Twitters. Your Twitter's on there. His is. Back Sports page is bringing this to you, or at least promoting.
This message is brought to you by Back Sports Page, where we go beyond the field.
Once you go beyond the field, you'll never get off the field because that's
a
the
good
way
one.
it is.
That is a good one.
But it's brought to you by Back Sports Page. It's true. Randy Z, love you. Space is trying to get away from the fluorescence. Thank God. God, it stuff hurts my eyes. I think I'm wearing my blue light glasses here like a dork. You start writing articles a lot. These suckers will help, man. But I'll tell you what, Randy Z, appreciate you, man. Mason Wood, love you. Rob, I can't pronounce your last name, Rob. I'm sorry, Rob Z. I cannot pronounce your last name, and I don't want to try. But he is our. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. I feel bad not shouting him out in a proper way. All right, hold on. All right. Rob K. Rob Korinsky. There we go. Rob Korinsky. I just didn't want to pronounce it wrong. Rob Korinsky, Mason Wood, Randy Z. Thank y'all so much for helping us out with NBA, NFL, and letting us do great articles. By the way, this week, officially, I have put all my articles in. I have more creative endeavors outside of the usual this week. I got my. There's going to be a Phoenix Suns midseason report. There's going to be. There is a Boston Celtics. No, that ain't that. No, there's a Milwaukee Bucks. It's a Milwaukee Bucks report coming out by me, and there's also a Carolina Panthers free agency preview coming out. So by yours truly. So now I can put my mind to other pressing matters like, sorry, Space, I know I'm hogging it. I'm just trying to plug myself. And then you plug yourself all you want. The leaders behind the leader. It's an important segment that I like for our publication, our site. It's about the parents or the guardians or the role models that helped mold people like a Patrick Mahomes, a Jalen Hurts, a LeBron James, etc. People that we look up to. And I think that the parents, guardians, role models deserve a lot of credit and recognition. And that is a great, and I already, Stacey Cumming, thank you so much. She is actually picking up the Jalen Hurts article. I'm happy to relinquish that because she's going to do a great job and she's a great writer. So be on the lookout for that. I look forward to reading that, and we should have more to come. So no pun intended, but we should have more to get out there. All right. Now it's off to Space. Just wanted to plug that. Thank you. You're muted.
Sorry.
There you go.
I'm muted. No, my computer was gonna die, so I was plugging that in. I don't know how to follow that up. I can't really plug myself as much as Eric plugged himself there. Good for Eric. Finally, getting a big enough plug for himself there. Do with that information as you will. Well, again, as always, thank you, Randy, for giving us this platform, letting ERok really, become the peacock and, letting him fly. So we'll get to our
peacock, Captain. You gotta let me fly. I'm gonna chase some waterfalls, all right?
Yeah.
Just the other guys, if no one else knows that reference.
The reference was Mark Wahlberg from The Other Guys. But we'll get on to our first segment of Onside the Horizon. Basically, this is where we talk about things coming up that we're looking forward to. Doesn't necessarily have to be sports related, but it can be. I've let ERok on a couple times first because I felt like doing the right thing.
No, please go first.
He found a big enough plug to plug himself. I am going to
please go first.
and ERok's still dying over there. This one was tough for me, but I think my one what I'm looking forward to is finally finishing up most of my classes this week, and then I think going to see John Wick. John Wick this weekend's going to be epic. Sunday night, nice vibe. Don't have anything to do Monday, and I think it's going to be from what I've seen from the reviews, like they're rating it very highly, which is hard because everyone so far has like upped itself.
I need a second. I'm tearing up laughing. I'm sorry. You keep going. I need a second.
Sports related, I don't think there's. I mean, we're rapidly approaching the playoffs for both the NBA and NHL. The Celtics continue to give me a heart attack. But they'll make it. I mean, they have a playoff spot. It's just I prefer them to have the number one. But I know at the end of the day, we'll probably end up beating Milwaukee if we have to face them in the playoffs. And then I know we're not a hockey channel. However, if anyone's a hockey fan, you need to go watch Wrinkle in the Crease, another Back Sports Page podcast. They have a great crew over there with Natasha and Brian, and they'll dive more in depth. But holy cow, if a team's gonna win it this year, it's gonna be out of the East, because the top 6 teams in the East are all freaking brutal. It's just it's like you're gonna have a second round matchup that should be a conference finals matchup. I mean, right now as it's shaping up, I think if the Bruins stay at 1, which they most likely will, then in the second round, if they face the Sabres first and beat them, which they should, they're gonna have to play Toronto or the Lightning in second round, and that's a conference finals matchup. That's the second round, and it's only going to get tougher from there. So I think for me, again, just gearing up for that and seeing exactly what that layout's going to be. But again, I think it's personally for me, it's finishing up classes for the semester tomorrow, and then going to see John Wick this weekend. So I'll turn it over to ERok. Hopefully he can. I try. He can recover from that plug and actually.
The reason it's not just I'm a peacock. I gotta fly. It's Michael Keaton's character as the chief or the captain. He's like, first off, peacocks don't fly. And then Will Ferrell's like, that whole exchange, like, well, they kind of fly. No, they float. I love that. I'm a peacock, Captain. I'm a peacock. I gotta let me fly. Oh my god, I'm done. I love that movie. Is great. Oh Jesus. Oh, I wish you fucked up by putting that movie in there, because that's a weak. It and Anchorman get me. There's many other movies, but those are 2 of them. Oh, okay. Peacocks don't fly. All right. By the way, peacocks do fly. No, they don't. I'm just kidding. All right. So chickens actually can fly. First off, there's nothing to look for. You can look for it, but it's not on the horizon. My mom grew up in the country. I live in North Carolina. My mom grew up from a country background. And I did not know this. She said, yeah, chickens can fly. I'm like, no, they can't. It's like, no, our chickens would fly on top of the roof all the time. I'm like, what? That's not a thing. And she said, no, it is. And I looked up, like, nope, for real. Chickens can fly on top of roofs and stuff.
I feel like they can. I feel like You know,
I
you don't
I
always.
just never think
It's one of those things you're not meant to see. You know.
I just never. It's like yeah. It's like your date going to pee. You know, they don't want you to know that you're going to pee, but the chickens like look around and they go fly on top of the roof. You know. All right. So sorry. All right. I'm done. All right, Eric, get back to it. Okay. So on the horizon, onside the horizon. I do like what you said. I think the Bruins, until they're the thing that's great about professional sports is professional sports like the main four, we'll call it. They have series. I don't think anyone's going to beat Boston in a series. I'm not. This isn't mine. I'm just responding to yours. I agree. I don't think anyone's going to beat the Bruins in a series. They're just too. Pasternak's so damn good. Their goalkeeper is a monster.
Both goalkeepers. I think both goalkeepers are like only have single digit losses this year.
I don't know. I can't. I'm not a huge hockey guy. I just know what I see on the highlights. But their goalkeeper is a freaking monster. The one I see, whatever that is. I know the Canes are good, and I keep seeing them, and the Canes are good. So maybe they get to the Stanley Finals, Stanley Cup Finals.
There you go.
The Stanley Finals. No, you're gonna win the good old Stanley. No, so you're gonna win a guy named Stanley. No, it's
Can you imagine they just trot out a guy and you just have a guy follow the team around that's just named Stanley?
You've won Stanley. Here, Stanley's like a guy in like a tank top, like with like pit stains and stuff. Like, I'm Stanley. All right, it's like, all right, we're getting all. I'm getting. It's my fault. I take total.
No, you're fine. You're
total
totally...
accountability for all this. Point is, I think the Bruins are going to take it all. I don't think they care. They care because they're competitive, and they are competitors, and they want to obviously win as many games they can. But I don't think they really give a frick about the President Cup, the regular season thing, because it doesn't mean. Ask the Golden State Warriors what they thought about their record on regular season wins without a chip. Ask them what they think. And you know,
it's not going to matter. Their record's not going to matter unless they win it all.
That's what I said. It's
when it was said at the time. It's very true. It's still going to remain true.
No,
if you have a great regular season but can't win it all, then it's not worth it.
I mean, Philadelphia Eagles from the McNabb era are a great example of that. 12-4, 13-3, 12-4, or it's like, and they lost.
Yeah. I mean, here's
Buffalo Bills, same thing.
Yeah. I mean, here are the Bruins goaltender stats, and I know Eric, you'll appreciate these, but I don't know if. I mean, so in 43 games, Olmark, who's the starter, is 35-5-1 in 43 games. For Jeremy Swayman for backup role, he is 30 games, he's 18-6-4. Those are two like high level those are two like huge stats for like a starting goal. They're both starting goaltenders. That's the crazy part. And you have like they have the potential to be star goaltenders on any team. But of course, you know, Swayman's just Olmark has had the hot glove lately.
No, I'm glad you said that, and I'm actually deferring to you on this because I'm going to ask you a question. This funny thing is, this actually segues perfectly, even though I haven't given my onside the horizon thing, but this segues perfectly into my segment. But we're going to keep rolling with this on his because I have questions. I mean, I have a question right now. Is it like pitching in MLB where you have a rotation? I thought you kept one goaltender the whole season. And I don't know. I'm just saying, like, what is the deal with goaltending when it comes to like lineup rotation?
So mainly what you do is you have how do I explain this?
By the way, hold up. By the way, excuse my movement. I have a back spasm that is hurting like a mother chucker. So I'll be a little jerky. Sorry about that. All right, continue. I apologize.
Now I
Goaltenders.
lost my train of
Goaltending.
goaltending. So basically, you're kind of right. It's like you have a rotation, but so you usually, because some games are back to back, so sometimes you'll have a starting player play back to back games, and then you'll give them a break for 1 or 2 games, or you'll if there's like a day in between, you'll still start the same goalkeeper. I don't know what like the standard is, like if it's every other day or if it's like every other day, then like 3 days in between, you'll still start the like starting goalkeeper. That makes sense.
No, I get what you're saying. It's like the baseball method. Like you have that exact, like you have to assess how. I don't know. Like in baseball, you have that because they're on a scheduled rotation every time, unless they have like a Tommy John or a pulled shoulder. But I find it so unfair though, and this is a different conversation for another day. I find it so unfair that hockey does back-to-backs. It's a contact sport. I mean, like people bitch about NBA being back-to-back. Hockey is I'm not saying NBA is not grueling, but hockey is grueling. It's like lacrosse. Oh, well, all right, I'm going to leave that out of it. I love lacrosse, and lacrosse is awesome. I was a first position I ever played in lacrosse was a goalie. I was this tiny little honky sitting in the goal with pads on, like no. So, I became awesome, by the way. I did. All right. Not in goal. Not in goal. I played defense later. I just had to have a growth spurt. Just like became 6 feet tall. So, but I just wanted to make that clear. But the thing with like hockey is compared to NBA, it's not contact, you know? So it's like back to back seems so unfair, like to the players. So, I mean, and especially since they play what, like 60 something games, right?
Yeah.
No, that's not rhetorical. I'm actually asking. I'm sorry.
No, it's 82, I believe, for the
last NBA. I didn't think they actually played 82 but either way, it's still a lot. I mean, you can look it up. It's like either way. Point is, back to back for hockey. Okay, you go get decked on a hockey rink and hit the ice, and you're expected to play the next day. Yeah, good luck with that. Have fun.
There's 82 games.
There is 82 games?
Yeah.
Holy balls.
Well, it's also the thing about it is like players are going to be tired, but it's not like a consistent thing. I think they only do it a handful of times the entire year.
Yeah, but it still shouldn't be allowed. Still shouldn't be allowed. The same with like people are bitching right now about the NBA having back-to-backs. I'm like, okay, fuck that. I can play a basketball. Not disparaging or putting any shade on NBA players. I know they take punishment. I'm sorry. I'm not saying this when not like any of them are watching, although I hope they are. But NHL is so grueling and so hard hitting that you shouldn't have any back-to-backs. None. Like that.
I can understand that.
That is absurd. Absurd. I mean, you're just setting them up for a. They're going to be moving around like they're made of glass if they make it to 60. You know, they're going to be like made of straight up glass. So, I mean, I did not know they did back-to-backs in NHL. That is absurd. No, sorry, that actually heats me. That makes me heated about that. That's not looking out for the players' health. I don't care if they're Warriors or not. Fuck that nonsense. Either way, that's for yeah. I'll let you. Sorry about that.
No. I mean, I agree. It's very difficult, but at the same time, I see what you're saying. No, I don't know what my standpoint is on it. I think I do agree to the point of like I don't agree that they should always do back-to-backs, but I think the amount of times that they do it is like the right mix, if that makes sense. Like
no, they should never, because NFL doesn't do back-to-backs.
Well, yeah.
NFL doesn't do back-to-backs, and there's more contact and continuous movement in NHL than in NFL. Like they're moving nonstop, the same as like basketball, lacrosse. Actually, that's really it. weirdly enough. But those two, it's a continuous sport, it's going back and forth. But football and baseball have breaks. Well, baseball doesn't even count. Let's get that crap out the window. Okay, baseball doesn't count. They have breaks in between.
So here is the
And there's fights in
well,
NHL.
yeah, but they're the hot. So there's one thing I want to say about fights is what I've noticed being a hockey fan, and the Bruins have a track record of being that scrappy team that always likes to be more physical and also like sometimes pick the most fights. I think it's gone away from that for the most part. Like I'm not saying it's eradicated, but I'm saying there's less fights on average than there was in like the early 2000s or 2010s.
I know.
What I was gonna say is the Maple Leafs this year look like they had the most back-to-backs. They had 14 back-to-back games. But those games were also followed, it looks like, by like multiple. So I think it looks like 3 to 4 days of rest, if not 5. So in between. Like, so they do a back-to-back and then had 3 to 5 days off before their next game.
It's not a back-to-back. Back-to-back's the next day.
No. I'm saying in between the back-to-backs. So they had a back-to-back, and then as soon as after that second game, they had 3 to 5 days off. That's what I was saying.
That's still not cool. It's a contact sport. All right, here's how I feel about that. There you go.
I can't see that. You gotta bring it closer. Oh, okay.
No. Unacceptable. It's a contact sport, and if you're going to worry about CTE and NFL, a lot of acronyms going around right here. It's like alphabet soup. It's CTE in NFL and NHL. You should worry about their HEALTH health. There you go. Sorry, that's a lot of spelling in one thing. But either way, you got to worry about their health. I mean, Jesus, they didn't. It's ridiculous. I mean, just because hockey's not as watched and fighting should be awesome. And there, but I get the help. But if you're gonna like try and reduce fighting, then you got to reduce back to backs. That makes no sense. I mean, you get jacked up on a hard floor of ice, and see if your ass gets up. You see what Tua went through this year in football? Yeah, right. See what they do just because they're Canadian or they're freaking get out of here. No. Sorry, I'm passionate about that. I'm saying, like, if you're going to hold a standard to someone, you need to hold the standard for everyone.
No, I agree.
Yeah, that's my view. Oh, but you have anything else?
No, I think that was it for my.
We pretty much drained the sponge of all the water out of.
That towel you're trying to get that last drop out of.
Ring the towel, ring the water. Yeah, all right.
Yep.
That actually was a good that was actually a really good debate there, or a good conversation back and forth. That was good. That needed to be that. You know what? That needed to be said because it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Natasha, if you guys are watching this afterwards, that would be an interesting topic to cover. Whether it's an article idea or anything, but like talking about the back-to-backs and like the grueling schedule that NHL players go through. But maybe also seeing how the game's progressing and becoming more entertaining, but also more family friendly, I guess is a way to put it. Like with less fights. And I know not everyone's gonna like that, but I think it would be an interesting dive to see the statistics and see what the percentages of like the fights that the average game fights has dropped since, like the early 2000s and stuff. Just a thought. You guys don't have to, but just throwing it out there so it's on record that it was my idea before you guys write it. Eric, are you still with us?
What the fuck is hockey without fights? All right. That's not. I love hockey. I don't love it like I watch it a lot, but hockey, man, And Canadian people are so nice; they need a chance to let their rage loose. You know, you know what? As long as they take their helmets off and keep their gloves on, you know, go sock people, bro. Fuck it, you know. They're tired of being polite to people going to Tim Hortons and cutting in front of them. You know, you got to be chill.
Very true.
It's like, hey, it's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, oh, I cut in front of you. Oh, that's okay, man. That's okay, mate. Hey, I don't know why I said mate. That's okay. Hey, come on here. Where's your stuff at doing it? But that was my Canadian accent, and
your attempt at a Canadian.
I don't really try it very often. Like, oh, it's okay, man. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna stick by it, and it probably sucks, and I apologize. It's not as bad as my attempted German accent, even though I've known so many German people, and it still comes out sounding ridiculously offensive.
Hey, that's all right. There's no.
That's why I never try to do German accents ever again. I can do many accents. That is not one of them. All right. Say uns ja. Like, it's not good. All right. So point is, let's move on to mine, which is
where is it? Is it up there? I think it's up there somewhere.
wait, but is it? Where is it? Is it in there?
I don't know, Eric. I think it's somewhere.
Let me see if the. Oh, I get it. I know where it is. It's from the outside looking in. Ah, what up, son? Okay. Got to keep it real, man. Yeah, for real. All right, outside looking in is the segment that yours truly came up with, following the beautiful man that came up with Onside the Horizon. However, mine is not outside of sports. What it is, well, it can be. I mean, depending on what's going on. I'm not going to exclude anything. You know, the world is full of beautiful things. But the outside looking in is, as we've already just gone on a tangent about, is something that myself and this man from outer space, we specialize in basketball and football. We both have interests in other things, but that's what we write about. That's what we do. That's what we like to get paid about. That's what we get paid about. But the point is, we really take pride in what we do when it comes to that. But we also take pride in other things that we watch, read, and promote. And to be honest with you, maybe secretly, have a secret passion for, It could be polo,
Eric, you're giving away my secret shrine here. Don't do it.
It could be polo. It could be laser tag. I mean, we don't know. It could be anything. But that's what the onside looking in is about. But unlike him, I'm going to give hit to him first, though. He can get the business first.
This one's interesting to me because I know what I want to say for this one.
You already said yours. You already said yours.
No. I had another one, but I wanted it to be my moment, like my moment for the week. Screw it. I think what?
They said you want me to go. You guys.
No, I'm gonna say screw it. My outside looking in had to have been yesterday's WBC final matchup to end the game between Shohei and Trout. I mean, I think the viewership numbers haven't come out yet, but oh my goodness, if that didn't break some type of like the spike in viewership jumped for that last out, I think I can't imagine it didn't jump. I just think it had to have jumped. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Absolutely.
And I also just think it's a great thing for baseball. I think the WBC really showcased what it can continue to turn into, which is a platform where you see those generational type talents who might be teammates on the big stage, but realistically, like on the big stage, they go up against each other and bring out the best in each other. And I think going forward, it needs to continue to do that and showcase the young talent. I mean, the WBC this year has been absolutely on a tear of showing off young talent, whether it's the young 19-year-old from Israel and Canada. It's just, it's sad that the U.S. didn't win because, of course, we would want the U.S. to win being Americans.
They put up a good fight.
Yeah. But again, I just think
Trey Turner,
it's going to get
Trey Turner.
Yeah.
What a monster. Dude, he's the best. I love Shohei, and he's the star of the world. I think he's the best player in the world. But Trey Turner, in terms of hitting this, tell me he was just not.
No, he was clutch. He had a grand slam in the bottom of the eighth. Another one to put them ahead later on. And then he hit one yesterday to start the scoring. And even though they came up short, yeah, he showed why he's still a really good hitter.
5
Yeah. But again, I think it's really good for baseball. I think it's gonna motivate people to get back into the whole, how can I say it? Get back into the, get motivated to play baseball again. I think it's great for the sport. That's my thing, and I'll turn it back over to it.
And I couldn't agree more. That's not mine, but I couldn't agree more. I think that I watched it, not all of it, but I watched intermittently during it, and it was very competitive. I think that people underestimate, and this is not mine, but this is just very important to baseball, in my opinion. I don't think it's even an opinion. I think it's true in terms of viewership. I think that it was absolutely a great tournament. I think that also, I don't think I know the fact there was so much talent and everyone took it just as seriously as a World Cup. Mm-hmm. And Trey Turner, that cannot be, Showtime Ohtani, that cannot be understated. Yeah. I mean, I thought he should have won MVP. Love Aaron Judge. I still think he should have won MVP anyway. That's just an opinion.
Oh, you're talking about Lat? Oh, you're talking about
yeah. I'm saying
I'm like, wait, he did win MVP for.
No, I meant for the MLB. I said I think he should have won it this past season. I get either side. I won't argue with either way. But he is the best two-way baseball player we've seen in decades.
Yeah,
he is.
I think another interesting thing about it,
and a home run hitter. But sorry, continue. I'm sorry.
No, I think you're right. The other thing is everyone's comparing him to Babe Ruth because Babe Ruth is known as that historical. But what they don't realize, he's done it longer than Babe Ruth does. He's done it for Babe Ruth only really did it for 2 full seasons.
True.
Shohei's already done it for 3. He's going on his 4th. I mean, that's insane to think about.
True. And I don't usually like using that word, but insane is a very, very good word to use. Actually, you know what? I won't use that. Spectacular is what I will use. Yeah. Because it's just, we've never seen a player like him. And I'm not a huge baseball fan, but I mean, I watch. But
you can be a Shohei all the time.
But I keep track.
Yeah,
he is there's no player that does that way, because he was in the NL, he wouldn't be able to do that because they changed that rule. They changed the rule where you can pitch as a.
I think they did. I think they're still in the process of finalizing the exact. Okay. I don't know how to put this. The exact number, if that makes sense.
Either way, point is it's way more regulated at that point. But he's in the AL, which I always thought was stupid anyway. If someone wants to do it. But he is, and you saw it this tournament. He's in the World Baseball Classic. He was outstanding. Only person he didn't out hit was Trey Turner, and Trey Turner was out of this world, literally. I think this was incredible for baseball. It made me interested. They didn't even have to use the pitch count, and it was still entertaining.
Well, I think that's interesting because the game overseas is so much quicker.
Yeah.
It's like I think what they were saying is they can get it done in like they were saying they could get it done in like less than like almost like at the 2 hour mark for them, which is crazy.
It's like arena football.
Yeah.
I mean, in a better way, but you know what I'm saying?
No,
Hey,
yeah.
shout out to arena football. I miss you. I'd rather have I love you, I love you, Dwayne Johnson. I'd rather have arena football than XFL. I'm just saying. No offense to you, but I love arena football. It's so cool. They had a video game right here. But either way, I just wanted to give credence to what he's give support to what he's Space said, and I think he's 100% right. I think the WBC was a success. I wish they would do it every 2 years.
Yeah.
Because I think it builds a lot more pomp and circumstance, kind of like the World Cup. Excuse me.
Wow.
And I think that because
Eric, you all right there, bud?
yeah, sorry, man. Food happens. All right, so I think that I actually don't think the tournament right now for NCAA and the NBA is just masking it, man. It shouldn't be masking it. It should be on Front Street, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think it'd be the most entertaining baseball we watch, other than the CS and the World Series.
Yeah. Well, it's also really disappointing that like the Angels have just kind of wasted Mike Trout's career on top of everything. Like
Mike Trout. That's on Mike Trout too, though.
But they also haven't surrounded him with like great, it's not all just about hitting. It's about pitching as well.
No. Sorry. My bad.
They haven't had like a decent, I don't know how to say this. They haven't had like a good, consistent hitter in like besides Shohei and everything. They haven't had that hitter that's just
no.
Like they have the hitter. Sorry, they haven't had the pitching to match it. Like they've had an ace, but they haven't had consistent.
Let me cut you off real quick. I apologize. Let me cut you off. That is
no, fuck you. No, you're not cutting me off. No, absolutely not.
I'm gonna do it anyway. No, that's not fair. The reason I say that's not fair.
I also haven't watched the Angels.
That's on Trout. It's like Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard. No, because Damian Lillard, as good as he is,
he's been clutching the playoffs though.
But he hasn't won anything. And yes, okay, Trout.
No, he's had the playoff performances. When was the last time Trout was in the playoffs?
Trout could have asked for a trade anytime and been.
Shohei's about to. Shohei's about to walk.
Did I say Shohei?
No, but I'm saying Shohei is on the same level Trout was when Trout.
Did I say Shohei? Did I say Shohei? Did I say Shohei?
Yes.
I said Trout. Trout could have asked for a timeout or time out of there anytime. You know it's true.
But he's too loyal. He's the Drew Brees of MLB.
What does that mean? Let me hear that. I'm curious. Let me hear that. I'm very curious.
He is the poster child that everyone loves and that actually brought baseball back to like its pinnacle of like, this is a generational talent.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Aaron Judge is.
Okay, that's fair. That is fair, I guess.
No. And, it's like people don't. Reason people don't listen about the name Mike Trout unless you actually watch SportsCenter, because he plays for the Angels. That's the issue. But I'm not saying it's a bad thing. He's very loyal. He's stayed for, and also the fact he's injury prone. He's extremely injury prone. That is another reason. So I mean,
well, he has that degenerative back.
I'm not criticizing him. I'm not criticizing him for that.
No. I'm not saying you're criticizing him.
Okay.
I'm just saying you're right. He has that huge degenerative back issue, which is really. It's probably going to cut his career shorter than.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Which is unfortunate because I would love to watch him play for another 6 seasons, 5 or 6 years. But realistically, this could be his last season. Realistically,
God, I really hope not. mean,
I hope not. I hope not either. But I'm being realistic.
You're right. You're right. 100%. I hate to see someone like that get their career cut short. Who was the man? This is a little off the side, but it's still in baseball. Who was the man? The gentleman who was the pitcher who was incredible for the New York Mets, who was like so well renowned for a few years, but I haven't heard his name in so long. This is like years.
Noah Syndergaard.
That's one of them, but that's not the one I was talking about. I thought it was Mike. It's not Mike Trout, but it's like someone. Oh,
I'm thinking you said pitching or
pitching. Yeah.
I could think batting, but I don't know about pitching.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's not that important. But point is, yeah, Mike Trout is the main. Yeah, the World Baseball Classic, excuse me, was great, and I think that Mike Trout's best comparison in this situation is like Damian Lillard, Dame Lillard, except for the injuries, because Dame Lillard, knock on wood for him, they're loyal to their teams. Also, I think he has a loyalty to that team because he's injured so damn much, and his clause right now is so stuck to Los Angeles. So who knows? Either way, I'm not a baseball expert, so I will not even touch it.
I want to say that neither one of me and Eric are baseball experts.
He's more of one than I am. He knows baseball.
Again, growing up in Boston, I've been very fortunate.
I'm a Boston fan, by the way. I'm a Boston fan, so everyone knows. Me and him actually agree on this for the record.
Yeah,
I'm a Sox fan.
Yeah, no, but I've been very fortunate again with the Red Sox winning in 04, 07, 13. Hopefully, probably not this year, but
the Sox are
and then
winning.
The Patriots being the Patriots, everyone knows that story. The Celtics in 11, and then also who else was it? And then the Bruins. Celtics were in 08, Bruins were in 11. That's my bad.
Bruins are going to win this year.
Don't knock on wood.
See, that's what I'm telling you, bro. Knock on wood. But I also Bruins are going to win this year.
They should. There's no other team in the NHL right now that
I got a feeling. I'm just telling you. My feeling is usually right. Usually. I've been right on a lot of these things so far. You got to trust me. I'm telling you. Bruins are going to win. They're going to sweep at least the first two, if not in 4. They're not going to sweep it, but they'll like rush through it like 3-1 or 4-1, 4-1 or 5 or 4-0, whatever. And then it's going to be a little closer in the Stanley Cup, and it's going to be a 5 game. It's going to be 4-2. That's my thing. And it's going to be to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Calling it right now. They're going to win the whole thing.
That's fair.
You like that sounds reasonable, right?
No, that does sound reasonable.
I've been
in the grand scheme of things, that sounds super realistic.
Thank you. I pay attention. And the Patriots, the Patriots are going to be 4th in the division. They're fucked.
I mean, it depends. I don't know about 4th. I mean, if Rodgers actually,
they're going to be 4th. Who are they beating in that? You know what? That's perfect timing to move on to. Oh, by the way, mine. I'll just make this quick. My onside looking in. I don't have to go into it very much because I'll just say that one statement. And Armando Bacot is coming back for his 5th year to North Carolina after a very less than stellar season. So that's it. That's my onside. That's my onside looking in. That was it, because I think we had a really good conversation going on with that. All right, moving on. Let's go ahead and continue this going. We're going to do NBA, but let's continue with NFL. I kind of like it. All right, so I love the way you're going with this, because guess what? The Patriots. Who do you think in that division can go behind them? Who they haven't done anything other than Juju.
Well,
you think Miami or Buffalo or the Jets with Aaron Rodgers?
Okay, so here's my thing. I think the Jets possibly, even with Aaron Rodgers, just because hear my reasoning. Can you let me finish before you can can close the
No, I'm
mouth.
not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. I'm just giving you a look.
So here's my reasoning behind it. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to do the exact same thing he usually does with the Packers if he does decide to go to the Jets, which means they're going to be a sub-mediocre team because that defense cannot hold up with anyone else in the division. The Patriots defense, even though their offense statistically should be better this year. There's no other place to go but up. And I really do believe that I think realistically they'll finish second or third in that division.
Oh Jesus, you're done.
Can you let me explain why? You don't.
Yes,
You keep
I'm
saying this.
I'm gonna
You
stand
cut
over.
me off. Yeah, like,
No, I'm
like
still-
Eric,
I'm-
you're supposed-
I know I cut you off because I'm gonna stand over here while you do it because that is absurd. Oh,
Well, the other thing is Miami. If Tua gets hurt again, they don't have a decent backup to help them. That's the thing. And knowing Mike McDaniel's there, and knowing how he'll probably manage to his injuries if he gets another concussion, I think if they don't have a decent, capable quarterback, you're kind of screwed for them. So, and knowing their offensive line, it got a little bit better, but it's still not great. And you're not gonna. There's really good tackles in this draft class, and they could go with that for their first round pick. But again, they don't. There's not like a generation. There's not like a Quentin Nelson in this class that can just take over and protect his blind side. Just my opinion. That and if all those things go right, the Patriots finish second in that division.
you're high. You're high.
We'll see.
You're high. There is no chance in blue snow cone hell that is the kid. No.
Yes,
They haven't
absolutely.
done anything.
Okay, I understand it's highly unlikely, but it is possible.
They're gonna be fourth.
No,
It's
they're
gonna
not.
happen. They are.
No,
They-
they're not. That defense is not going to allow them to be fourth. And
Their
that
defense
offense is going to be a hell of a lot better.
Their defense didn't allow them last year. How'd that turn out for them?
What?
Their defense didn't allow them last year. How'd that turn out? And I love their defense. I love Matthew Judon. I mean, I really do. I think he's incredible. How the hell did that turn out last year? Bill Belichick, here's the only good hire that they've done. Bill O'Brien. That's it.
They
But
finished third last year, and they were one game from finishing second. They were one game away from finishing second.
do you see them being with Aaron Rodgers? You really see them with the
Yes,
Rock.
because the Jets' defense is still going to be horrific. I'm not saying the Jets' offense is going to be
Wait,
bad.
time out. Did you say the Jets defense? They were a
Yes.
top 5 last year. Top 5 in scoring.
Not according to the
Yes, they were. They were top 5 in scoring defense. Yes, they were. Look at
That's different than overall defense. Scoring defense is a completely different.
Here's a great stat for you. I'll write this for you here. If the Jets, they went, what was it? 7-10 last year, I think it was. If they had scored more than 20 points in all their games, they would have been over at least 10-7, at least, because of their quarterback play. That's not even no. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to win the division. I'm just saying Belichick needs to step his ass up like now because he ain't getting it done. He's not getting it done. And I'm not just being biased. This is like an absolute fact. He's not. They don't. The Patriots don't have an identity right now. Like, what is their identity? They don't have a running game that is like pronounced. They don't have like a star or solid number 1 receiver.
No, I agree with you on
Their
that.
offensive line.
The running back, I know they're going to draft a running back this year.
And their
However-
offensive line has holes.
What?
Their offensive line has holes because
No, I know, but this again, the draft has a deep enough thing. The highest rated rookie guard was Cole Strange last year, which is a good sign. Their tackles, they should have signed Orlando Brown, they didn't. There's still a lot of really good tackles in this draft class. And I'm not saying it's going to be again, it's not going to be a thing where, oh, this dude's an all pro as a rookie like Quentin Nelson is. And for those watching, I use Quentin Nelson as like the benchmark when I think of like a generational talent at an offensive lineman.
He's a
Eric,
good one. He's
yeah.
a very good one. He's a very good one.
I mean, he's been an All-Pro since he's been in the league every single year.
He's extremely good. He's
Yeah.
extremely good. I won't argue with you on that.
No. So that I just wanted to explain that to people watching. But again, I guess I was wrong about the defense, but it's still
No kidding. They were one of the best.
I still don't think they're going to be as good this year as they were last year.
Yes, they are. They're not losing anyone. They had the defensive rookie of the year, Sauce Gardner. They had rookie of the year.
There wasn't anyone else really.
Garrett Wilson. They had Bryce
Hall.
Bryce Hall, who got injured, but they still got Michael Carter, if I'm not mistaken, and he's still North Carolina. I'm like, dude, the question that remains for the Jets is how much are they giving up to get a douche? All right. Because a douche, because that's really all it comes down to. And it's all, and they got Alan Lazard now. So, well, except for they got rid of Elijah Moore. Oh, and now they got rid of Elijah Moore. And who do they get? Who's today? Who's the guy they just got today? Shit.
McCole Hardman from.
Thank you. Oh shit. And there you go. That's a speed threat.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the top. Okay, I wanted to say top 5. However, it's top 6, but there's 3 tied for third for toughest schedule going forward. Philadelphia's number 1, Miami's number 2 for toughest schedule. The Giants are 3, New England's tied for third, so is Dallas, and then the Jets are at 6.
Well, the first two don't count. Because the reason why that doesn't count is because they play in the toughest conference in the league. The AFC East is the toughest conference in the league. Bills, Dolphins, Patriots.
Well, so what about the Eagles?
That's a tough conference too. I'm not saying it's not, but I'm saying the toughest.
Okay.
You know I'm right. I mean, like
no. I don't. I agree with you on the AFC East, especially with the addition of Rodgers.
They have to play each other twice.
Yeah.
So that makes it tougher. That automatically makes it. It's like saying like someone in the NFC South is like, they have the softest schedule. Yeah, we got to play ourselves twice. We have to.
It's crazy that the AFC East, the entire AFC East, is in the top 10 for toughest schedule.
Yeah, I know, right?
Buffalo's at 7, with behind the Jets.
You know what? I'm going to make a bold statement about who, other than the Patriots. I still think, the Patriots are going to be last in the division. That's my belief. But if they're not. I have a belief Buffalo is going to be 4th in it.
Wow.
I said, I know. Bold prediction. If New England's not 4th, Buffalo will be 4th. But I don't see that happening. I don't. But I think
I think my bold prediction is that before the trade deadline, Stephon Diggs will be on a new team. That's my prediction.
Ooh, that's a good prediction. Too.
I just think because I agree with him. They can't get past. They can't win the big one in the playoffs.
He might be on Dallas. No, actually, you know what? He won't be because they can't afford him. No, they can't afford him.
The only way Stephon Diggs goes to Dallas is if Jerry parts ways with CD. I think that's the only way.
Nope, not a chance in blue hell.
No, I'm saying I think that's the only way the Jets would do it.
This is the reason I don't think that he'd
go
there.
The Bills. Sorry, the Bills would do it.
I don't think there's a chance that he'd go there anyway. Not because he'd go there. Jerry doesn't do. Brandon Cooks was like an unprecedented move for a Jerry Jones situation, but that's rare for him. That was a great move. And it was.
I mean, you got him for pennies on the dollar, pretty much.
That's what I'm saying. And he's been a 6 out of 8 years 1,000-yard receiver. With crap quarterbacks. I think Cowboys are probably right up there with the Eagles for the favorites in the East right now, or the NFC East, I should say. But I don't know. But when it comes to the AFC, I mean, I don't believe in the Patriots. I don't think Belichick.
Belichick's not going to say I don't believe.
Belichick's not. No. Belichick's not making enough moves.
There's still so many good free agents out there, and again, the price for D-Hop, we were talking about this beforehand, just dropped too.
We'll see. I think Bill O'Brien was their best move yet this season. It wasn't a player. It was Bill O'Brien because now he's not playing duck, goose. He's not playing duck,
you'll love to hear this.
I'm fine.
PFF just posted today the best fit for DeAndre Hopkins. You know where it is?
The Houston Texans.
Carolina.
I'm joking. Of course, I know where you're going with this.
Okay. Yeah, it's Carolina.
Oh, I did not see that shit going. Okay, I didn't see that coming. I thought you were gonna say the Patriots.
No. The possible landing spots is Carolina, the Giants, and the Patriots. But according to PFF, his best fit is with the right now is with Carolina.
If we can afford him, we still have to re-sign J.C. Horn, or we have to extend J.C. Horn. We have to extend Brian Burns. Brian Burns being the number one priority because he's Brian Burns.
Yeah, you have to. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You have to.
Hell, you have to extend Brian Burns.
You have to. That's a must.
He's not getting cheaper. You have to extend J.C. Horn. The only thing about J.C. Horn is he hasn't been able to stay on the field entire season, but he's still, when he's on the field, he's an elite cornerback. Yeah, but if you can afford it, fuck yeah, you take DeAndre Hopkins. What? Yeah, you take DeAndre Hopkins. Him, Adam Thielen, Chenault, and Terrence Marshall? You fucking kidding me? Yeah, right. Can you imagine being CJ Stroud getting in that situation with a decent which we already have a decent offensive line. Actually, it's not decent. It's good offensive line. What? And we got Sanders, Miles Sanders.
Yeah. I mean, again, there's still
we're not going to I'm calling
not a lot of people are talking about it, but DJ Shark is still available as a wide receiver.
Who?
DJ Shark, the slot receiver who used to play for the Lions.
Damn, I'm not familiar with him, and I take full responsibility for not knowing that. All right.
But again, there's also some pretty solid defensive linemen still available. Jadeveon Clowney's still available. So is Yannick Ngakoue still available, which is crazy.
Oh, he's good. He's actually a great prospect. Yeah. But right now, the receiver market is paper thin. Yeah. It is so
again with McCole Hardman, the only one left is DJ Shark Jr. and Odell.
Other than trades, yeah.
Other than trade, I'm saying for free agents, those are the big names that are.
I wouldn't want. If I was the Panthers, I wouldn't go. You know what? Let's go ahead and stop you here before we go on too much of a tangent, and we'll go on to the trivia that we were going to talk about. Yeah. It's questions for cuties. Is what we're going to call it. Questions for cuties. No, the name is fluid. We haven't decided. The name is fluid. As Stephen A. says, fluid. Okay, so this week we are going to wait. Where is it? Okay, it's I noticed we could go on forever. But here's the thing. We all have lives. My man over here has school. And also I'm going to school him right now.
Probably.
Okay, there are 3 questions we're going to do tonight. And he's going to give me 3 Panthers questions. You can give me a Steelers one. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to give him, just to be fair, 2 Patriots and a Chargers question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you sure?
No.
All right. This is going to be not even this is not a complex question. Whether it's easy or not, that's okay. But it's going to be straightforward.
Okay.
In the 2003 Super Bowl against yours Curly's, who wore? It's a 2-part question, so you can get double points.
Okay.
Who wore number 80 and who wore number 83?
Oh, 80? Deion Branch and Troy Brown.
Who?
Deion Branch.
Oh.
For 83.
Yeah.
80 was Troy Brown.
Yeah. I thought he had one symbol. Deion Brown. No. Yeah, it's not a guy. Deion Brown. Okay. That was good. There you go. You're a good fan. You're a good fan. Although, and what was it?
Everyone who's a Patriots fan knows Troy Brown. Troy Brown was
What team did
So
this isn't a question, but what team did Deion Branch go to after that and got paid a lot of money and then came back?
wasn't it the Panthers?
Seahawks.
Um,
Wore that nasty ass Nike tennis ball green.
Um,
Let's go with the Chargers one for shits
Okay.
and gigs. All right. Are you ready?
yes.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay.
That's gonna be my answer for you.
The answer, no. The answer actually is who was no. Okay. Who is
Mhm.
the leading passer in any? There's been 3 changes of Chargers teams in history. Who is the leading passer in one game for a quarterback?
For Chargers?
Yes, and you know what? I'll even extend it one further if you want. Who is the leading receiver in yards in one game for any of the Chargers that have gone back and forth? That's a bonus question.
So quarterbacks, the only one it's not Herbert, unfortunately. I know that. I'm between Fouts and Rivers for
Or Breeze.
well, but Breeze was only there for 2 years, and his
No,
his
he only
first,
started for 2 years, but his second year he has led the whole league in passing.
no,
I'm
I
not
know,
saying-
but he was also hurt.
That's him. I'm just saying, don't forget him.
For wide receiver. So is wide receiver the same
I
thing,
didn't say
or is it just
I
total
didn't say
yards?
I didn't say wide receiver. It could be a receiver. It could be a running back. It could be a tight end. I said the leader in receiving yards in one game. And I didn't say a season. I said a game.
So
One game for both positions. Oh, there's multiple positions, but for the other one, but skill players for quarterbacks.
for passing, I'm gonna go Philip Rivers because I believe he was the only one to have over 500 passing yards, and I'm blanking on if it was like just over or if he went over. And then I know the receiving one.
Yards and Chargers history in one game.
So passing, I'm gonna go Rivers. For receiving yards, I just got to go down the list. I don't know. It wasn't Kellen Winslow Jr.
In Chargers history for the most passing yards in a game.
Why am I'm making the connection to a Patriots wide receiver because I've heard the name before.
You're on the right track. I'll give you that.
Kellen Winslow. It's no one currently. I know that much.
Well, I mean, how current are you talking? I mean,
I really want to say Antonio Gates, but I know it's not because you wouldn't make it that obvious.
how is any of them obvious? It's the Chargers. There's no such thing as obvious with the Chargers.
Well, because Antonio Gates is like that one that's like, okay, you can definitely see it being him. No, it's not. I want to say his first name was Wes. Because I've heard this stat before. Like I've seen it during like games and stuff back in the day. Like I know Antonio Gates came close to it. He had like 200 receiving yards, but it's Wes something. I don't know what his last name is.
I don't know.
Is the guy's first name Wes? I don't know the last name. Hello?
It's not.
It's not Wes.
I didn't know if that was the final guess. I'll give you another guess.
Okay. I'm gonna go receiving yards. I'm gonna go Antonio Gates then, because that's my next best guess. So passing was Rivers, and then receiving was Antonio Gates.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. I'll start with passing.
Okay.
Dan Fouts. 444 yards.
That's not true.
I just looked it up.
Nope. San Diego. Phillip Rivers threw for 503 against the Packers.
Was it the Los Angeles Chargers by chance? Is that why I got it wrong?
What do you mean?
Because maybe it like redirected my question from earlier of like Chargers, like it went to San Diego Chargers.
Yeah, I probably did.
Okay. Well, that's a glitch and error.
Okay. Yeah, because I just looked that one up and it says Phillip Rivers setting Chargers single game records for completions, passing attempts, and passing yards at 503.
All right. Well, you know what? That's fine. I got
Well,
you.
who was the wide receiver?
That's what I'm going to say. Who is your guess?
I said Antonio Gates.
You were so close when you said Wes Chandler.
I literally said it was I was West,
West.
and you said I said I didn't know it was the guy's first name West.
Right, you did. You said that. You didn't get the last name, but you were right there, though. You were right. You were right there. Wes Chandler, 1982, caught for 260.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I feel like I should deserve half a point because I said I knew the guy's name started with West, and I'm like, was his first name West? As my final answer, and you.
Well, I didn't say anything. I was like saying, like, hey, his first name's John. I mean, like, it's like, hey, no, you know what? You'll get nothing in like. No, I'm kidding. I give you half a point for that. I'll give you half a point. That's fair. It's fair.
I was thrown off when you said that.
I'll give you 2/3 of a point for that.
Okay, that's fair.
Because it was like you were on the right track. You did it right, man. You did it right.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Real recognize real, you know.
This real recognizes real. Well said. All right. So let me go ahead and give you this one. This one is technically not either of them, but it's an AFC question. Who has you're gonna love this one. Okay. Who has the most losses in AFC history to date?
So you're going back to like
Yep. Going back to everything. Everything. This is like bam. This is like straightforward. Who has the most losses?
In the AFC East?
No, the AFC.
Oh,
or the AFL, AFC, etc. But we'll start past the Super Bowl era. So AFC, the AFC. Who's got the most losses in the AFC history? Bam. That's it. Franchise. And it can be teams that have changed cities. Count them as the same. That's
okay.
It is as straightforward as that.
I really want to say Cleveland. I want first name that came to mind was Cleveland. Cleveland. It's not okay. So not New England. It's not the Steelers.
Oh, it's New England.
What?
No, I'm kidding. It's not New England. I just wanted to mess with you. It's not New England.
I knew it's not. I mean, they did lose a lot for a while. But
but then they made up for it later. So that's good.
I don't know why I went to Detroit. I really wanted to go.
Well, they're not the AFC, so.
I'm trying to think of teams that have been historically like trash and like haven't won anything.
Yeah, the Patriots.
Fuck you. Go fuck yourself.
Go
really plug yourself there. I really want to say
yourself.
Okay, now I'm Jets. I kind of want to take back Steelers because I feel like they were good for like a decade and then kind of fell off the map and then they went back to being like
they were the Steagles for a while. They
That's what
merged with the Eagles.
yeah.
The Steelers.
I'm thinking it's between them and the Jets. For
Wait,
most
who
loss.
in the Jets?
The
Steelers?
Steelers. Yeah, the Steelers.
You're gonna say the Steelers? The Steelers and the Jets? That's your okay.
I guess because
That's
I think
insulting.
before they got
Oh,
what?
that's insulting as fuck. That's really insulting.
You know what? It would be like you though to say that and to try the pull reverse psychology on me.
I'm a Steelers fan. That's insulting. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this. It ain't the fucking Steelers, all right? I don't care if you get it right. You ain't gonna put the Steelers in there. We won 4 Super Bowls in like 5 years. So and they've won more. They have the most Super Bowls other than the Patriots in history. The only reason the Patriots got it, well, it's not the only reason, they just got it. But they got it in a very short amount of time.
What the
Patriots. Steelers got 4 in 5 years, and then they got 2 more. They got one with Bill Cowher and one with Mike Tomlin. So they have the second most. The only other team that has more, the Patriots, with 7.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying, get the Steelers out your damn mouth, boy.
The Patriots have 6, by the way.
7. No, you're right. 6. You're right. Because
Brady has 7.
Well, I don't count that last.
You should. Then I'm gonna go with the Jets. I'm gonna say the Jets have the most losses
You're sure?
for an AFC team. Yeah.
Man, you didn't go with the Browns, man. You should have gone with your gut, bro.
Really?
Man, really, dude. Damn. You're going with your gut, bro.
I know. I figured I'm like the Browns have never been one of those teams that's like was consistently good for a small stretch of time. They were good for like a year.
It's too obvious. It was too obvious. You know what? Except for it wasn't because you were right. It was the Jets.
Let's go! You got me there. You did get me.
I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it.
That was good. That was good. I'm like, I was between those two, and I'm like, I kind of wanted to say the Jets. I kind of, I kind of baited you with the Steelers. I'm like, I'm gonna say the Steelers just to piss you off.
Here's the caveat, though. By the way, I just wanted to string you along. Here's the caveat: by 1 game.
Seriously?
Over the Browns, 1 game.
Wow, that's crazy.
Game. I know.
Insane.
I know. Except because it's even weirder. The Jets have been around less time than the fucking Browns have. Although the Browns in their history started out, they had like many years where they were good, but they just couldn't. Bernie Kosar, not Bernie Madoff for that record, but Bernie Kosar.
Sure wasn't Bernie Madoff?
It could have been, and like it's just they had many good years. They
have huge years.
They were bigly the way they needed to be. So, I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. You're in California. I'm coming out to visit you in Malibu. I'm gonna.
Should. Cry. It's nice out here.
I know it's Malibu. You don't have to tell me twice. Shit, I'm getting out that.
Hey Eric, it's beautiful out here.
All right, tell me one more time.
It's beautiful.
Hey, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Hey, I
sound like Megamind from freaking Megamind.
Hey, beautiful.
I'm your father.
Jesus, let's move forward. Okay. We've already covered a lot of this actually, so we don't have to go too much. Well, we're having fun. Aren't you having fun, everyone? Aren't you having fun? Are you not entertained?
You're not Gerald Butler. I'm sorry, but
Gerard Butler. That's Russell Crowe, douchebag. Gladiator.
Is he?
Gladiator.
Oh, it is Russell Crowe.
Yeah, go. All right.
I'm thinking of something else.
Go away.
All right, guys, signing off. Appreciate everyone.
I know.
This is gonna turn into the Eric Andre show for the rest of this.
Eric Andre show.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say the Eric show.
That's insulting. I don't even like it. I don't even like Eric Andre. Oh god.
I know that was I figured you wouldn't, but I wanted to, test you a little.
I mean, his humor is ridiculously bad. I love dirty humor and fun humor. All right, either way. All right, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll sign off. This will become the Jake show. How about that? Yeah, let's see how he does when he's just by himself doing a show.
I can do it. Probably not. Actually, don't leave me, Eric, please.
It's like,
don't
without
don't leave.
personality, you want to do it without the person? You have a great personality, but we feed off each other. You want to see?
Yeah,
Let's
that's
see. All right, I'll tell you what. All right, I'm signing off. I'm gonna leave Jake by himself, and
don't go, Eric. Please don't leave. Don't leave me here. Don't leave me here with these animals.
I would never do that to you, little brother. I got you.
Thank you.
All right, let's just cover a little bit more with the. I think we're actually. We can do the. Do you want to cover a little bit of? Let's do the John Morant just a little bit to touch on it. I think it's a fair thing just to visit. There's really not a lot in the NBA so far. Well, that's not true. There's not a lot that hasn't been said already because the standings are in the West like a smash burger, and it's there is Paul George's injury last night. That is a huge thing.
That's a huge blow.
The knee flexor, he's going to be reevaluated, not back, but reevaluated in 2 to 3 weeks. Same as LeBron's, not the same injury, same timetable. So the West is just like,
It's decimated, bro.
Who knows, man? This is going to be a really interesting NBA postseason. But in the meantime, in the East, the Celtics, the Bucks, Sixers. In fact, the Sixers actually jumped the Celtics.
Yeah, because they have one game up.
Yeah, but it's tight. But I think what we really want to talk about right now, because we don't need to talk about beat a horse. We love horses.
We're animal friendly, PETA. Don't cancel us, please.
No, I love animals. Hell, I don't know. I love horses. Hell, I love sloths. I really want one. And I love giraffes. So why
did you just have to drop that in there? Love giraffes.
My top 3, like other than dogs, my top 3. Well, I love all animals except for snakes. Fuck snakes. And owls. Fuck owls, dude.
What did owls ever do to you?
They creep me out. I know they have a good purpose, but they creep me the hell out. I mean, I know I want them to live.
Okay, no, that makes sense. Owls can be.
They creep me the fuck out, dude. They spin their head all through. You ever seen the movie The Fourth Kind?
No.
Yeah. Watch it and see if you're not fucking scared of screech owls. Oh yeah.
I think I know what movie you're talking about now. I agree that movie does get you kind of a. Would you say riled up?
You fly, their head doesn't move. They have these massive wings and their head doesn't move. Fucking creepy ass things. Jesus Christ. I hate that. I'd rather have an eagle come attack me than a fucking owl. I hit an owl with a freaking tennis racket. God.
Next time on Irrational Fears, Eric explains his part.
It's not irrational. It's totally rational. They're just their face is flat. It's not even right. It's not even right, dude. It's like snakes. Snakes shouldn't be able. The reason I hate snakes, they shouldn't be able to move the way they do without legs or arms. It's just, and they can climb trees and I don't like it.
Science.
Science, bitch. All right, so
thank you for getting that. Thank you.
I don't know, bitch. No, I'm serious. You know what? I used to be afraid of spiders. I am not really. Well, I am to a certain extent. Man, I'm way more scared of snakes and freaking out. Like owls, I'm not scared of owls because they ain't gonna attack me. But when I see them, they creep me the fuck out, dude. No one should turn their head 360. That's not freaking cool, unless you're in The Exorcist. All right.
What? How do you jump from? It's
because an owl can spin its head 360.
No, I understand that, but how do you jump from the? An
owl can turn its head 360 degrees.
Yeah, but why? Why did you have to jump from that to The Exorcist?
Because whenever you think of something, it's like a kid, a girl going like, and her head is like spit and like shooting pea soup out. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
So you're talking OG Exorcist.
What other Exorcist is there?
Well, they did like a remake and stuff.
Oh, well, go fuck themselves. That's just ridiculous. All right. Hey, You want to get that's just ridiculous. Go watch the original one. I watched that when I was 11, and Christ, oh god, that spider walk.
You know what? I'm not surprised. That seems like a
No.
South Carolina thing to do.
That spider walk down the stairs. Oh Jesus!
Oh, dude, the fact that she's also like pleading for her mom's like, "Mom, help me!" It's like, damn, she really just. Wait, Eric, are you a scary movie person or no?
I hate scary movies with a passion. I don't understand it. Why?
Wow.
Why do you?
I used to not be that way, but I've opened up to it.
Why do you? I'm bashing my head for a second because I'm. It's like racking my brain. Why would you want? And I've told my friends this because I have a couple of friends that are just like fanatics, if that's the word that you want to use. Why
demented?
Something like that. No, I was thinking. I'm not gonna say it. All right. I'm. What I will say is what I will
Special?
say. I'm gonna make it. I say this phrase on our show a lot. I'm gonna say what I will say is I'm gonna make like it says ERok says what I will say. No, what I will say is why? Why do you like? Oh, you want to get scared? It's like I'm like, if I want to be anxious, shit, I'll go into a in-law's house. If I want to get anxious, I'll try to hold a fart in the middle of a date. If I want to get anxious, I'll go on a roller coaster, but that's a good anxious. I don't like that anxious. That's a rush. I love that. No pun intended. That's a rush. Why the hell do I want to go into a movie looking at something so uncomfortable where I'm not going to get anything out of it? What the fuck? Hell no.
It's called entertainment.
That ain't entertainment. That's torture. That's literally fucking torture.
You know, Eric, I think next episode we're going to start it off with, do you believe in ghosts? I think that's going to be our topic for next time.
Oh, I do believe in ghosts. But I'm not afraid of ghosts. I'm actually not afraid of ghosts. Because I think ghosts are benevolent. I do. I think they're benevolent. I think demons are mean. I think they're mean. I think ghosts are benevolent. Like my grandmama probably floats around here, you know?
Wow. That is, I mean,
what? It's like it's deep, you know? There's souls that roll around. You go to an Indian burial ground, there are probably souls floating around there.
Yeah, not nice souls.
Yeah, I didn't say every soul is nice. I'm saying like things. Hey, there are things. I love space. No, I do love you too. I just realized what I said.
I'm like, thank you. Like, where are we going with this?
All right, I do love space, but I love outer space. And what outer space has taught us is that there are things beyond our comprehension. And that doesn't mean that everything has to necessarily be scientific in our brains. Things can happen. So, I'm not saying there are souls, spirits moving around. I'm not saying where we go after. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying there are things that we don't know. That's all I'm saying. There are things we don't know, and I'd be an ignorant person to say that something doesn't exist, except for the earth being flat. That's just absolutely stupid. All right, Kyrie, I'm talking to you. Jesus. And not just him, other people. Flat earth and motherfuckers. All right, wow. Actually, that was a good detour. I really liked that one. That was good. The hell with snakes, though. Fuck snakes. All right, so sloths are the best.
We go from ghosts directly to sloths.
Because sloths are awesome. And so
no, you're not wrong. They're
or elephants.
Some of them, though, are if that thing was fast, oh my God.
They actually are. They actually are. What are you talking about?
They're vicious. Their claws are vicious.
What, sloths? Yeah, but they're not doing it for attacking.
No, I know, but dude, if that thing was fast, that's a nightmare.
They actually are fast.
No, they're not.
And you know why? Nope. Oh, that's not true. They actually swim. And they swim very quickly. All right, here's the cool thing about sloths. I'll tell you about this because this is my spirit animal. Sloths. Space is like, get me the hell out of here. No, it's like,
well, this just turned into the
it's like Planet Earth over here. No, actually, ironically, because I saw this on Planet Earth. Sloths actually are on the Galapagos Islands. are hunted by vipers. But here's something about sloths. They are monogamous. In fact, they're imprinted on a specific mate at birth, and they spend their whole life looking for that mate. It's like kind of romantic. So they will spend their whole life chasing and looking for that mate. And they will do it through any peril they can. That's why I love sloths. They're not the only reason, but they smile. They're cute. They're lazy. And they are looking for that one true love, So and
yeah, I was listening to you. I had
no, I don't care. I was speaking more to the public. Like, and secondly, even more fact, most mammals, their hair grows downward because gravity pushes this way. Sloths are the only mammal in the world where hair grows upward because they dangle in trees. True story. That's it. There you go. Sloths are great. Just telling you. Support your local sloth. I don't even remember what we were talking about.
We were talking about Jaw, and then it turned into.
Oh, and also, by the way, donate to rescue the elephants and giraffes because they're also endangered. And to fucking hell with poachers. Fuck poachers. Mm-hmm. Fuck all of you. Save your animals. All right. There you go.
No, I agree with that.
John Moran.
But yeah, I don't remember where we were. We were talking about Jaw, and then somehow pivoted to ghosts and horror movies. Because you made a reference about The Exorcist and then went to animals. I don't know how we did it, but we did. We made it full circle, everyone.
I don't even know how it happened. I know. I mean, it's all yours. I don't even know how it happened, truthfully. You said like scary movies. Like, oh, you don't like scary movies.
No, I know. I said you brought up The Exorcist and you said you watched it when you were 11 and that green puke scene.
We talked about something spinning, and then I said like The Exorcist. Like, how did you think of The Exorcist? Oh, owls. That's what it was. And I was like, the fourth kind. There's a lot of train of thought to go through. Let's not do that.
We'll not do.
Let's take. Oh, Jesus. All right, the rabbit hole over here. Okay, so Jaw. What do you think about Jaw? All right.
I think it's interesting. I mean, I know he's still serving. Did his 8-game suspension start when he?
He's done now, or he'll be done. He'll be done at the end of the week.
Okay. Well, I'm curious to see how the chemistry with him and the team, because if he answers questions whenever he does, because I know he was with the team their last game. I don't think he did questions, but when he hit that first game back where he plays, it's going to be a lot of questions about that, which I get. The media has a right to cover it, and they want some answers for it. But at the same time, can't we just focus on basketball? Again, all I would say if I was a reporter in that room is be like, Ja, it's good to have you back. I hope you had a good break. And I hope you got some help that you needed. And then ask a basketball question. I don't want to, because everyone's going to ask about is, do you have comment on what happened? What break did you really need and stuff like that. And I understand that you have a job as a reporter to report on things, but there's a point where you just need to take a step back and give players deserve some privacy,
I agree.
Unlike Josh McDaniels, who leaked at the combine, Darren Waller's wedding, because he didn't tell anyone, and it was supposed to be that was. And then he wasn't invited to the wedding, and then 3 days after the wedding, he was traded.
His wife said, like, "Yeah, no wonder you weren't invited to the wedding." No,
why? What Darren Waller was just traded? Yeah, it was probably because McDaniels wasn't invited to the wedding.
McDaniels always strikes me as the person I wouldn't want to invite to my wedding, so that's okay. That's okay. The guy wears.
I do wanna actually pause for a second. We just had very saddening news actually come out today. Foster Moreau, the ex tight end for the Raiders, just got diagnosed with cancer after taking a routine physical by the Saints. I don't mean to get on a solemn note here. There's not a lot of details have come out yet, but okay, he tweeted out that the diagnosis was Hodgkin's lymphoma. And he'll be stepping away.
That is curable. Well, everything I get. Well, I don't know about everything, but that has a decent likelihood for success. Not trying to play it down.
No, but still, that's sad to hear.
It's very sad to hear.
I hope he's all right, and I hope he's able to.
That's a skin and abnormality, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that he has a good chance, and we wish him nothing but the best.
Yeah, no, I wanted to break that because I literally just got the notification for it.
Yeah, well, nothing but the best to him. Best wishes, much love,
and we hope for a speedy recovery and that he is.
Do we even know if it's benign or malignant? Do we know?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think they found it, and he's going to go through further testing, but he's definitely going to be stepping away for a while.
Oh yeah, I don't blame him.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. Well, best wishes, and like you said, best health, best wishes, and get yourself right, and much love to your family, and God bless you, man. Praying for.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I just wanted to bring that to light because, again, it is important that we look, we support these athletes. But going back to the jaw thing, I just hope I hope that somebody in that room for his first interview can show him some respect and dignity by allowing him some privacy,
And this is what I was going to say back to that. It's like, I don't disagree with anything you said. I don't disagree. I think you're right. I think it's blissful thinking to think that people are going to let it go, because it's not.
Yeah.
It's optimistically ignorant.
Yeah.
Not calling you an ignorant person.
No, yeah.
It's optimistically naive is what it is.
That's a good way. I mean, again, I'm tired of reporters going out because I remember my first ever interview I conducted. I was very fortunate enough to do Aaron Donald and Leonard Floyd for the Super Bowl when they played against the Bengals. And no one was really there for Aaron Donald's interview because McVay was at the same time. But for Floyd's, it's like the same question. What's it like playing with Aaron Donald? It was the same question asked 6 different times. And it's like, I was finally able to ask my question. And I'm like, why? Like, that was one of my questions, but I didn't ask it because it was already answered. However,
What was mine against? I had a similar. It wasn't nearly as high profile.
I mean, I do have to say, not to. This is going to be where I plug myself.
Please.
I did my research on Leonard Floyd and actually asked them if we'd ever see him, kind of like how J.J. Watt's played tight end and has scored some offensive touchdowns. If we'll ever see Leonard Floyd, because not a lot of people know Floyd at the beginning in his high school and college career was a tight end. So.
And I had a similar experience.
Again, I just think it's a shame in today's media that we ask repeated questions when the similar, like literally just the same question reworded is asked.
That's a tactic on purpose because, well, first off, I'll say I had a similar experience, not nearly high profile, like I was saying.
Sorry, I didn't mean to also.
No, it's okay. No, no. You were making a very good point, and I respect and I appreciate it. I think mine was not. Mine was not perfect. It was not okay. It was not on a professional level. I was on a professional level, but I wasn't on a professional player stage. You know what I mean? Like college. It was college,
right.
And I got the lucky opportunity to very informally interview Luke Kuechly. And I mean, like, informally. This wasn't like I'm in a conference room or anything like this. I was lucky enough to be on the field, and people were asking him off the field, but they were blowing him up about random questions. And I just straight up asked him, I said, "Hey, Lou, what's your favorite meal of game day?" Like just a lot of, I was like, I told him, I was like, and he like turned around, and it was a great moment because he turned around and smiled at me. He's like, "Oh man, gotta be spaghetti, baby. Gotta be spaghetti."
Yeah, it's just
like, there you go. I was like, and I dapped him up. I was like, "Appreciate you, brother." All right.
Yeah.
And like, you guys are tripping. Like, but what they're doing is like a little kid in a car poking you. Hey, and they want to see so they can get a story so they can like you freak out.
Again, I feel like I feel like that needs to change for the media.
It's not going. It's not going.
No, I know it's not going. Well, maybe with our generation, Eric, it can.
You can wish in one hand and shit in the other, and see. As long as there's such thing as with respect to anyone that watched this propaganda news, and a whatever propaganda news you want to choose, and that was not supposed to rhyme. And
are you sure about that?
I promise. Actually, well, trust me, if I was trying to rhyme, I would have definitely.
You would have spit some bars.
Spit bars, go hard. Maybe like go spot. I don't know. I'm not gonna try. All right. Point is, it's like as long as there's gonna be division, there's always gonna be that. So the key is that's why publicists and PR directors or PR agents are so crucial to celebrities / athletes who are celebrities, because they need to be prepped. They need to be coached, just like on the field. And can't lose their cool. I mean, you're going to be tested. Even if it's not on the field, it's going to be paparazzi.
Right.
So, I mean, you got to be.
That's just, a thought that I had.
I mean, I feel like I love what you're saying because I agree with it, but it's a pipe dream and it's never going to happen. Especially in social media era. Right. Especially as much as Facebook Live. By the way, not dissing anything about social media.
Oh, Eric, we were actually wrong. Ja is actually playing tonight. He's playing right now.
I was wrong. I stand corrected.
Yeah. I just got a notification. They gave him a standing ovation in his first time back.
I bet he drops 35 tonight.
I mean, well, so I guess our question will be answered tonight if on what type of media will be or what type of questions will he be asked.
Oh, he's going to be asked. His publicist already told him.
No, I know that. I'm hoping it's not 16 questions of the same. Like I agree. If it's asked once, that's it. Unless there's like a different angle you want to ask, but
it's going to be asked.
Don't hammer him for like 16.
Here's the question that's going to be asked 50 times. And it's going to be worded differently, but it's the same question. What have you learned since your reflection, essentially, is what they're going to say. Or they're going to say, do you feel like you're ready to be on the floor? It's going to be like, do you feel like you should have gotten longer? It's going to happen.
I get what you're saying.
I don't care. That's fine. I mean, he's ready. He should be ready for that. He's a professional. He's got to be. I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm just going to get real here. Well, I'm always real, but I'm going to get real as hell. Here's what I think about Ja. And I said this at, I can't remember which podcast, whether it was with one of ours or with Jeremy at Cut the Nets, whatever. And Brian Ramos. Mental health is a very touchy thing,
especially for men. It's not talked about enough.
Well, it's for both, but men, it's just different. But obviously, men retain more because they are not encouraged in society. But that's not where that is part of what I was going to. Here's what I'm going to get at without making it too long-winded. I want people to understand. Ja Morant came from a impoverished and low, like a very undereducated background. I mean, like educated, like he came from poor poor beginnings. He didn't start becoming noticed until he was at a low, like a not acknowledged college. And that was on purpose, a not acknowledged college. And I wasn't doing it to be amusing. It's just true. He was at Murray State. People didn't notice him until he started making plays, started making Showtime dunks, stuff like that. He wasn't ready. Like, he wasn't like, no, like, William LeBron. He wasn't Greg Oden, Kevin Durant, like people like that were groomed to be in the limelight. This is a sociological impact on someone that is not sociologically ready, and that intertwines with the psychology, because he's not used to all this money that's being put at him. He's not used to all this fame and his bros and his boys, his bros, whatever, money, fame, glamour. Even though he's in Memphis, God only knows if he went to LA. Holy crap! But I mean, like,
or New York.
Yeah. Oh God! But I mean, like, let's not be too hard on this kid, man. Let's not, because as much as he's acting dumb. Yeah, don't bring a gat with you.
You know, Eric, that brings up a great point. And this was another. I know we've talked about doing an article together and everything, but it really begs the question on
want to.
What?
I said I want to.
We should do an article on the standards of what society holds athletes to, because we hold these people. They're normal people to the point of, they're just like you and us, but they are, gifted either athletically or with a mind for coaches or stuff like that. Yeah. But it's just, I wonder if society has gotten too harsh, has created too harsh of a standard, if that makes sense.
It makes total sense. And I think two great examples, and this is what I'll wrap it up with, is I used to hate taking courses like this, but now I have so much respect for sociology and psychology. I'm not an expert by freaking any standard. I'm a novice, but I have such appreciation for just where you grew up. Most of my friends grew up from modest, to say the least, means. And that's because they appreciate life a lot more. And they might be black, they might be white, they might be brown, yellow, green, blue, etc. I think that one of my biggest pet peeves is when people judge them by the same standards like it's a straight line. It's not. It is not the straight line. It is bullshit to even do that. I mean, I'm sorry. I am passionate about this, and I think that space
people,
society, the proverbial you. We all need to open up our gaze and really understand. We weren't. It's like a plant or like our flower. A flower is a better way to say it. It's a flower. A flower in every case is not going to grow out the same way. It's going to bloom a different way, from a different way that it was planted, from a different soil, from a different watering process, from a different growth, etc. I just don't think that, and that's what I love about John Morant. I know everyone's like looking at him like he's a thug, What about Allen Iverson? What about Michael Vick? Michael Vick made a horrible mistake. And I'm a huge dog lover. I am huge. But he doesn't deserve a second chance. He's a human. He deserves a second chance to make it right. Allen Iverson is a dumbass sometimes, but you know what? Now he mentors young kids and young NBA players. We should have redemption. That's what I think. But that's what I'm saying. So that's what it is with John Morant. I really needed to preach that. I apologize, Space.
No, I agree. I agree with you 100%. I don't. Nothing you said. I disagree with. I just think, again, society has become too. I don't know if complacent's the right word, but too. I guess too rigorous on the standard that we hold these, athletes to. Because I get it, they're supposed to be role models and what, but they're normal people. They make mistakes, and they're not perfect. No one's perfect in today's world. That's.
I have a soft spot, and it's like I was judged several times over that, and not even just me, because you know what, I was blessed. I had a good life growing up, but people I knew did not, and not just them. I've just been able to relate with it since then, and with all the drug problems out there flooded throughout the streets, with all the gang related things going throughout, don't try and dare think that you know what someone should be. That's just not right, because you're wrong.
Right.
You don't know what you don't know. That's it. Sorry, I'm super passionate about that subject. Sorry about that space. All right, so sorry. I'll tell you what. How about we get to this? Let's lighten it up.
Yeah.
Trivia.
Trivia. So Eric, your first question is what Panthers linebacker led the NFL in tackles as a rookie?
That's a great question. Ooh. You know what the funny thing is? I want to say this before that. If I get this right, I should know it. If I get this wrong, I look like a jackass.
Trust me, you really will look like a jackass if you don't get this right.
It's Luke Kuechly.
Yes. There you go.
Thank God. Oh, yeah. God. Okay. If I get all the rest of them wrong, I don't feel quite as bad.
Oh, you will once you hear the questions. Which Panthers player was the first to have his jersey number retired?
Oh, I do know this. I was there for this. It was Sam Mills.
Yep. There you go. 2 for 2.
I was at that game.
Which Panther became the first NFL player to return to play after 3 ACL tears?
Oh, that's really? You're gonna ask me that? That's that easy. Oh, dude, I'll do this. Here we go. Thomas Davis.
Yep.
Because really? Those are the questions you get? You were telling me it was gonna be hard.
No, I said they were gonna be Panthers related.
You said Panthers. You said they're gonna be tough. I'm like, oh shit. You should have said something like, who was the first Panther player to be inducted to the Hall of Fame?
No.
That actually did not unretire. That's what you should have said. You know who it is?
Who?
Kevin Green. Kevin Green.
He retired as a Panther?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. No, look it up. Promise. The same way I didn't remember Reggie White did. No, I dare you. Look it up. Kevin Green. Yeah. Had a good
He's known for the Steelers, though.
He started his career was with the Steelers, but he went to the Panthers after on their expansion year. Look it up.
I'm looking. Yep. 96 to 99.
Oh.
I didn't say you were wrong. I just said I didn't.
So I'm going to pull a Home Alone on you.
All right.
I'm gonna say, all right, we had to get a little goofy after this. All right. Wait.
Now we move on to.
Well, do we want to go to the MIT? Because I know you got to get to your test prep. Unless you want to do top 5, I don't know. We don't have to.
I want to do top 5. But what was the topic? Yeah, what was the top 5?
I'll let you do the topic. You do it. It's all you.
I don't have a topic for top 5. I was kind of leaning.
All right. I got all right. Okay. Well, best first round best. All right, best drafted in the draft. Best top 5 drafted quarterbacks in the first round. There you go.
Ooh, best in the first round.
He's just trying to procrastinate from studying for his test or doing his test. By the way, that's really what's happening. By the way, that's why I told him he needs to cheat. That's the way it is. That's the way I
No,
used
we're not gonna
I used
cheat.
to do it. I
Stop,
used to-
Eric. Stop it.
that's the way I used to do it.
Ooh, this one's tough.
Cheating is awesome.
Top 5.
And I snorted. Yeah, I know.
I gotta look at this because I'm drawing.
Wait, never mind. No, I was thinking of. I thought we were doing trivia for a second.
I was about to say, bro, you
I'm
not
sorry.
telling me I cannot
I'm
look
sorry.
up
No,
because
I'm
of
sorry.
all the hit. You're talking in NFL history, though, right?
Yeah.
I really want to put Brock Purdy at number 1.
All right, dude. It's your.
I
list.
was kidding.
List. I don't know. It's your list.
You said first round. Okay.
First round. First round. I'm having to create this as I go too, because I wasn't expecting this. Although I do have my idea.
Ooh. Do I want to do that? I'm gonna keep it within the 2000s, like 2000 and up. Number 1, I'm gonna have to go Drew Brees.
He was in first round.
He was.
Was he?
Yeah. No. He was of course, he was the first pick of the second round. That's my bad. Okay, so not Drew Brees. Never mind.
Because he went to Purdue.
Yeah. God, why couldn't he be the 32nd pick? I guess number 1, if we're doing 2000s, number 1 for me is gonna have to be.
I got mine. I just want to make sure I write it down to remember it. Oh, I have mine.
Yeah, I think it's gonna have to be Aaron.
That is true. You know what? I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, I think it's gonna have to be Rodgers is my number 1. Number 2. God, there's been terrible first round quarterbacks.
No kid. Hey, you can't just keep reading off the list. Got to use your mind a little bit. Damn.
I'm gonna do Rodgers, Newton. I really want to put him on the list. I really do.
I want to put Newton on the list too. It makes you feel better.
No, not New. No, I wanted to put what's his name on the list.
Well, I loved what's his name when he played for the other team.
RG3.
You can.
I know, but he wasn't like long term. Wait, was he a first rounder?
RG3?
No, not RG3.
Oh my God! You want me to go first?
No, I got it. Okay, here's my top. So I'm doing career wise so far. All right, I want to make that clear. I'm gonna do Rodgers. Number 2 would have to be no. Number 1 is Patrick Mahomes.
Finally, Jesus! I was waiting on you to say that.
Number 1's Pat Mahomes. Number 2, I'm going to put Joe Burrow. Number 3, I'm going to put Josh Allen. Number 4, I'm going to put Aaron Rodgers. And number 5, I'm going to put. This one's hard for me. So I'm torn between Herbert and Burrow, but I'll probably put Burrow here. Burrow at 5.
I was waiting. I was like hoping almost that you wouldn't like pick Pat Mahomes. I'm like, oh yeah, the best quarterback in history, probably the way it's going. Yeah, you're right. Don't pick him.
I forgot he was a first rounder. All right, just leave me alone.
He's number 13, if I'm not mistaken. And they traded up to get him. When they did it, I remember this. I remember watching it and being like, who the
No, he was 10th. He was the 10th overall.
And then I was like sitting there with a Chiefs fan and a Jets fan. I'm like, who the fuck is Patrick Mahomes? Yeah, you know what? Now he's my favorite player in the league. There you go.
Yeah. So that's my top 5.
That's not a bad one. I'll give you that.
So
Give me that.
Mahomes, who is my 2?
Mahomes, Burrow, right?
Yeah. Oh, so then 5 would be Herbert.
Oh, that's a cop out. You just did that because you had nothing else to
No,
grab.
because no. I had Burrow I doubled Burrow.
Oh, you're not thinking deep term here. You're tripping. You're not thinking.
I had
deep.
Burrow twice on my list. I had him at 2 and 5. I had to change him out.
All right, fair enough. Well, all right. Here's mine. I want to make sure I got it. All right, here we go. Number.
Go ahead, I'm here. I'm just stretching.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just stretching.
I don't believe you. Better stretch. All right. Number 1, P. Homie.
Yep.
The best player in the world ever at life.
The world, yes, not ever.
Player at the world ever at life. P. Holmes. And Steph Curry is like, right there. He's the best player in the world ever at life too. You can judge me if you want. I don't care. I got a man crush on both of them. All right. So, second, by the way, for the record, this is best quarterback picks in the first round ever in NFL history.
No, not and since 2000.
Oh, I didn't. Oh,
I did since 2000. I did since 2000.
Yeah,
You've been around longer than I have.
Okay. Well, I didn't say that, but that's a fair question. Okay. Well,
I said mine is you. Yours can be NFL history.
All right. Jeez, I said I can.
My NFL knowledge doesn't span back that far.
I thought I'm the one who made the question. I'm the one who said, I hear that. You heard what you wanted to hear, I suppose.
Oh my God, Eric, stop bitching and moaning and just come out with a list.
I did. I have a list. Jeez. All right. I'm just going to I'll roll as I do it. You know what? I can make this up as I go along. Fuck it. Number 1, P. Homie. Number 2, A-Rod. A-Rod. Number 3, have to say Joe B. I'm not going to call him Joe Cool. It's not his nickname. I'm going to call him with Joe B.
Joe Burr.
Yeah, I'm just going to call him Jay. We're talking about since the thousands?
Yeah.
Number 3, Cam the Man Newton.
That's fair.
Well, I have to because I'm a Panthers fan.
Yeah.
Number 4, Michael Vick.
That's a good one.
And number 5.
And everyone, we've broken Eric. Eric is no longer with
No, I'm
us.
kidding. I'm actually still here. What up? No. I couldn't.
I thought you were broken. I'm like,
I know. That's why I stayed very still. Like, there you go. No, the best. Sorry, I couldn't help it. All right, and I hate to say it, Phillip Rivers.
That's a good one. I can understand your list. Do I agree with it? No, but I do understand it. Very much so.
Well, I wanted to put Justin Herbert, but he hadn't quite done enough yet.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Joe Burrow has already shown, one, he's already been to a Super Bowl. Secondly, he's just got that. He's got that moxie. He's got that juice. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to put it.
He's got that it factor. He's got that dog in him.
He just moves in the pocket very well. That's what I think CJ Stroud can be.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. All right, everyone, before we sign off here, we are going to get to our
MIT.
Eric, do you want to explain what MIT means? Because everyone's just going to think it
Will
means.
do. By the way, since everyone knows what this is just a signal of I'm from Trefo and reside in 704. So it's, you can read into the signals all you want. No gang signals, just respect for cities. All right. And peace to love and harmony. Okay, so what is the thing about MIT? Well, MIT is the most impressive thing that we saw. And usually it's this week, but this is the first part of the week. So it's so far this week. Friday is where we get our very in-depth, intellectual, psychological, and things that we just want to do what we want to do.
Fair enough.
No, this is the point. Most interesting thing we saw this week. Sorry, I had to be a little bit quirky. That's just the way I am. I'm weird.
No, you really didn't. You're just dragging on at this point.
That's the point. Scares people.
Eric, would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first?
I'll let you go first, just to be nice.
Well, I've already touched base on this. My MIT had to have been the showdown between Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout yesterday. Again, we've talked about it. It was just such an electric feeling. And again, it wasn't like, oh, he flew out on the first pitch. It was it was top 9, 2 outs, 3-2 count. Like you make that up as, well, you play through that scenario as a kid. You do the last second buzzer beater, the touchdown pass with no time remaining, or hitting a grand slam 3-2 bottom of the ninth or top 9. Like it's one of those things.
I wasn't even a baseball fan like that growing up, but I played on N64, Ken Griffey Jr. baseball. And even after that, we'd play like, wiffle ball, whatever. I'd picture that same exact thing. And I wasn't even a baseball fan like that. It was it's awesome to watch, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. And also,
really is.
I was a huge Barry Bonds fan. I know, diss me. I'm sorry. I was a huge Barry Bonds fan back then. Mainly, I was a Ken Griffey Jr. fan. That was my dude. That was my dude. Even on the Reds, I still love Ken Griffey. Bless you. You bet. You sneeze?
Yeah, I sneezed and then yawned.
That sounds painful.
It was. That's why I went down like this, because I was in pain. My face
This is the face I'd be making. Like, okay. Okay, so here's my most impressive thing of the week. It's very simple. CJ Stroud's pro day today. He looked incredible. His interview was just as impressive. Get him now. Lock him down. I don't give a fuck if it's giving away our hand. Get him, Panthers, now. I don't want Bryce Young. I want CJ Stroud now. Bam. That's it. That's my most impressive thing. That's it. That's simple. That's it. That's all I got.
Fair enough.
That's it.
That's fair. Drop the mic.
Ain't no mic. Drop my balls on this damn subject because they need to get their nonsense on the freaking thing, get their head in the game. Come on, Panthers.
I don't know if that's the
He's like, I need you to stop trying to pretend. Just get us CJ Stroud. He is the future of the Panthers and quarterback. He is the new. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm saying, who's the Who's the Eagles quarterback? I just totally had a brain fart.
Are
I
you
didn't
serious?
think I literally had a brain fart.
All right, and this is going to be the last ever episode you see ERok on this. Rip to that man's intelligence. Rip to the rest of his
you know what?
career.
I don't live on West Coast time. I live in East Coast time. God dang it. Oh my God. All right.
He just went to a Super Bowl.
I know that. It's just late, damn it. And I haven't eaten.
It's not like saying, "Oh, who's the starting quarterback for the Detroit Lions?" Still,
and you
God knows who that is.
And you wonder why I didn't want to say it out loud because I was afraid of being judged.
Fair.
All
fair.
right.
We still love you.
I know you love me, and I love me too. But I'm like, damn it! Now I gotta look real quick because it's pissing me off. You know, I'm not even gonna look. I'm not gonna look. I'm not going to because you know what? I already know what it is. I'm not gonna say it. No, I'm not gonna say it.
Oh no, I know you want to say it.
No, it's like no, man. I just wanted to remember you're like 8 years old and you're like, oh, I know it. I just want to see if you know it.
I mean,
oh, come on. I've been watching a lot of football today. Give me a break, for God's sakes. All right. I have a brain fart. I'm running on 5 hours of sleep. Oh, God.
Fair enough. That's
no, we're not getting off of here until I know. Thank God. Jesus. All right. I know I just read it, but I'm afraid to even say it. Yeah. Jay Her. Sorry about that, man. It's nothing personal. It's been a long day. All right, Jay Her. Oh, sorry, Jalen Hurts. I really appreciate it, but I think you're like the third best quarterback in the league right now. So I should have been top 5. It's Pat Mahomes. You know, it's Pat Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen.
That's a good one. I like that breakdown. I think I figured out our top 5 for next time, Eric, and I want to run it by you so you can write it down. I'm thinking we do top 5 NFL jerseys.
Ooh, that's a great one.
And that can include alternates. But
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Doesn't have to be, I wouldn't say it doesn't have to be specific on the year, but like a time frame. Or what we can do is you can share your screen and we can like have them pulled up beforehand, so that way.
Oh no, you're the technical man here. I mean, hey,
Okay.
hey,
well, I guess you guys know what our top 5 is going to be, but we will we'll figure out a way to present that to you so you guys know which jerseys we're talking about.
I can go and get some poster board and like
right, number 5 on the board.
It's like that.
Guys, all right. As we wrap up here, again, we want to say quick shout out to Back Sports Page, to Randy for letting us do what we love to do and talk about sports. We appreciate y'all at home. We appreciate y'all at home for tuning in, watching on your free time, having us be your companion on your long, shitty commute home. However you spend your commute home, in traffic, whether it's driving 80 on the highway or whatever, just enjoy listening to our soothing voices as you fall asleep at the wheel.
What are you talking about?
I'm going.
Space. Just stop it. Just stop it. I was like, what are you?
All right, fine, Eric. Eric, you do a better job then. You do it.
I'm the hype. What are you?
It's over. You're gonna just stare at a wall for the rest of it.
I gave you. That's basically what we were just doing for 10 seconds. Oh my God. All right. So I love you, but oh my God. Yo, what up though? Yo, so I don't know about your ride home. Please don't watch us and drive home. That's just a bad idea. Yo, so we really appreciate you. Like he said, Randy Z, Back Sports Page, BSP. Check it out. Back Sports Page, putting out new stuff every day. Myself, ERok, Eric Livingood, myself, and Jake Prosciutto, as I call him. Space. He's got stuff coming out all the time as well at Prosciutto Space. That's not his actual name, but you can see it over there. I want to go ahead and give a thanks to my co-host, Jake Space. I couldn't do this without him. He's a great, great person. Ladies, go out there, get some numbers, He's a hot topic. So, hey, also, like I said earlier in the show, I got a Suns, Bucks, and Panthers article coming out on BSP this week website here, and please keep coming back, keep on coming back. We love it. We love the attention, and we love all of you. Kumbaya. All right, hey, come on back. Going back to space.
Finally, we're back. Okay.
And by the way, we'll be back on Friday, our usual time. We have had to adjust. Well, not in a bad way, just
Move some things around.
There has been a scheduling kind of thing going on, but we will be for the near future, few weeks, going Wednesday and Friday. That will be our new thing. But Friday is always a go-to.
Yeah.
All right. From here, ERok coming from Trey, Foe, and QC. And Jake, where you at?
I'm in
Paul?
Malibu.
Malibu.
Show them what they do, baby. Yeah.
He my dude from the boo. Yo, well, yo. Yep. All right. Love all y'all. Peace and love, man. Take it easy, y'all. And if you don't know, now you know.